Hi, I'm Natalie Puzon.
And I'm Sarah Fenton, and today we are going to be teaching you how to use the average function in Excel. So what is the average function? The average function is used to find the average or the mean of a group of numbers in Excel. This function adds the numbers given together, then divides by how many numbers there are. This is useful when it comes to using this for your business or accounting because the function is able to calculate simple averages of unit costs such as the average cost per unit for all purchases of a product. It helps find the average sales, expenses, or profits. It also helps budget the average expenses to plan ahead, and it also analyzes employee hours if needed. There are 4 simple steps to using the average function in Excel. You would first start by preparing a list of numbers to average, such as costs, sales, or balances. You would then click on the cell where you want the results to show up, and you would type equals average, and you would start your parentheses. You would then click and drag over the cells you want to average or manually type the range in this format below, and then you would close the parentheses and hit enter.
So to show you an example of how to use the average function, we're showing you with finding accounts receivable turnover and the average collection period for company A. So we see that the equation is accounts receivable turnover equals net credit sales divided by average net accounts receivable, and then average collection period is 365 days divided by accounts receivable turnover. So we will have our numbers in the little red box, and then we see our net credit sale. But to find average net accounts receivable, we're going to need to find the average of the beginning accounts receivable and the ending accounts receivable. So to find the average on Excel, you're going to want to type equals average left parentheses where you want to place the answer. So we have it right next to average net accounts receivable. And then what you want to do is either click the cell and then highlight what numbers you want to average out, or you could type the cell numbers and letters right here. After that, you're going to put the right parentheses and click enter, and you'll have your answer right here. So that is basically how you use the average function, but we will continue finishing the example. So after that, for the accounts receivable turnover, you're going to click the equal sign right here, and then you're going to click the net credit sale and then divide by the average net accounts receivable right here. Click enter, and you will get your accounts receivable turnover, which is $11. And then the average collection period, it will be 365 days divided by the accounts receivable turnover. So you're going to do the equal sign again and then click the amount of days, so 365 divided by the accounts receivable turnover, which is 11. You'll click over here, click enter once again, and you'll get $34. And those are your answers. So, in conclusion, using the average function in Excel. When using the average function in Excel for accounts receivable turnover and average collection period, we find the average net accounts receivable. The average function divides the total number of units to find the average amount. The example that we provided found the accounts receivable turnover and average collection period, and let me move myself to show you the last one, but it saves a lot of time rather than doing math by hand, and it also reduces mistakes. So, thank you for listening, and we hope you learned a new skill.